Hey everyone, this is Sam, the Kansas City painter, coming to you live from Kansas City. You're going to watch the beginning of my whole video series of hundreds of videos here in the future to come to help you do your painting, remodeling, fix-ups, touch-ups, everything you need that'll help you do it on your own. And that way you won't have to rely on companies like mine, In Style Painting, out of Kansas City, Missouri, to do just the little odds and end jobs that you want. This is actually my very first video, and it's going to be the first of many videos as I'm following my mentor, the Idaho Painter. Go check out his YouTube page, his website, the Idaho Painter. Don't forget to like and share his videos and subscribe to his channel. He's been a big inspiration to me, and we're gonna follow his footsteps and see if we can match up to him. So here we are. We're gonna work on cleaning a Titan 440 airless paint sprayer. More than half the time you paint, you're gonna have to use an airless paint sprayer. It's just inevitable, and most of the time you can rent these at a rental store or hardware store, and they're fairly easy to operate, and they make painting so much easier, and they speed up the whole process so quickly. I just finished spraying Sherwin-Williams DTM. It's a direct to metal bonding primer. I was using it in my paint cargo trailer, and it has a bunch of metal frames and everything, so I primed all the metal with this Sherwin-Williams DTM bonding primer. Just a white bonding primer. Works excellent on all metal surfaces. We use it on all of our gutters, downspouts, aluminum windows, frames, anything that's metal. We always put a DTM bonding primer on it first, and then we follow up with our finished spray coat latex. And what I have here is a Titan 440 airless paint sprayer, which has been a wonderful machine. I got a 9-inch extension. I got a Rack X 310 fine finish tip just to put a nice spray finish on that metal, with a Graco housing. What I have here is 3 buckets of water. I have one to start with, second one, and then a third one. You want to run about 3 or 4 buckets to make sure that you're getting good clean water through everything. So the first step we're going to do, we got to take this out of the paint. Try to get as much off as you can. I recommend wearing gloves. They save you from having to scrub and wash your hands, and this DTM bonding primer can be pretty tough to get off your hands sometimes. So good gloves. I get these at Sherwin-Williams. They're rubber on the front, cloth on the back, so your hands can breathe, they don't sweat. Really great, good grip. Alright, so we're going to put this in the water. And first of all, the pump's off. We want to get the paint out of the pump first, so we got to prime the pump. There's a little lever on the left side of the pump, and it goes up and down. If it's horizontal, that means that it's pumping to the line. If it is down, that means it's pumping through the pump out of the bleeder hose here. So we're going to bleed the pump. You do it really slowly, and you want to hold on to this very tightly, because if you don't hold on to this, it'll just blast out of your hand and it'll shoot paint everywhere. It's not pretty. So you let that out. Turn the pump on. You gotta run it till you see a little bit of water coming through. Alright, there's my water. So I'm going to set the pump back up to sideways, and I'm going to flip this lever up, and now it's going to pump through my gun here. Like I said, I have actually a Graco 2-finger gun, 9-inch extension, Graco Rack X 310 fine finish tip. And I got about a 3-foot, 1/4 inch whip on it just to help me maneuver around better. So what I'm going to do is, what I like to do, I take the tip out and I leave the housing on. And then I just spray through the housing with the tip out. And I'm going to get the paint out of my line first, because I have about 100-foot line, so there's probably almost a half a gallon in this line itself. So I got to get that out of here first. So I'm going to set the pump on sideways, pressure's all the way up, turn the pump on, and pump until I see some water coming out of this line when the paint starts to thin down. If you notice, the pump starts making a different sound when it gets to that lighter material, which is the water. So you can tell that the water's starting to flow through and the paint's running out. So therefore, you got your pump and your water. You go ahead and take this out of your paint here. Put it in the water. You know, get it ready. Get wind soft. Get all the paint out there. It builds up after a while, and take your lid, take a nice hammer, want to gently put that on. You're done with the paint bucket. Just Sherwin-Williams DTM bonding primer, wonderful product, direct to metal, highly recommend it. So now we're going to get all that dirty water and dirty paint out of this pump, make it clean. So I have it in my slop water. Still probably a little bit of paint in here, but I'm going to go ahead and run this through this water here. I'm going to run it until you see it a little bit clearer, but it's still going to be pretty foggy. Now I'm going to switch it and put it in some clean water, because that's basically just circulating the dirty water that I already have in there. So I want to put it in clean water. I'm going to get it nice and rinsed so I don't put all this dirty stuff into here. Let it run out a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to put that in my clean one. And I'm just going to go ahead and shoot all my slop into this bucket. And being that it's a latex primer, it's not bad for the environment. So you know, you get a tree line or somewhere where you don't want to see any stains in your grass, go dump it out there, and then get a garden hose and dilute it with some water. And like I said, it's water-based, it's a wonderful primer, it's not bad for the environment, it doesn't require any special disposal or anything like that. It's Sherwin-Williams DTM bonding primer. So I'm going to go ahead and start shooting the slop into here until I see more clear water coming out. Okay, in reality I would repeat this process 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times maybe, until I get good clear coming water out of here. And making sure my pump's clean, because you don't want this stuff building up in there. These pumps are way too expensive, and they're too valuable just for a painting company not to take good care of them and treat them right. And you don't want to get on the job and have a clog in the ball bearing down here, or even in the gun, and then not be able to use your pump, because like I said, this is the painting company's moneymaker, and it's also a do-it-yourselfer's, you know, lifeline to getting the job done right. So I would repeat that process 3 times until I'm running clear water out of here. Then I'll take my tip, I'll put it back in my gun, my Rack X 310 fine finish with a Graco tip guard in there. I'm going to put it in the clear water, just get the paint off the edge of it where it's a little overspray on it, and get it clean. And with my pressure up, I'm going to let my pressure build in my pump. So I'm going to shoot this water through this tip, make sure the tip's nice and clean. I'm going to put it in the water. That way when I pull this trigger, it just doesn't blow water and everything else all over the place. Hold it down the water. Kind of contains it a little bit. Then I turn the tip backwards. I turn the tip backwards to reverse it. That's going to blast the water through the other side of the tip. That way that little orifice of the tip is nice and clean, ready to go next time you need to use it. And being those fine finished tips too, that orifice is really, it's very important to get it very clean. Make sure that you have a good clean tip, especially on a fine finished tip, because when you go to use it next time, you want to give a nice clean spray on it. And these Rack X tips, they usually work pretty good for us. We've used the Sherwin-Williams ones too. They're okay, but I like the Graco Rack X tips. I usually get 30 to 40 to 50 gallons through them before I start hearing them hiss, and then you can tell they're going bad, and then you need to replace them with a new one. And they're $25 to $35, just depending on where you get them or what kind of discount you have. And like I said, if you set up an account with Sherwin-Williams, you can get good discounts on a lot of the products. So it's something worth looking into, and it doesn't cost you anything. You can charge all you want to Sherwin-Williams charge account, and you just pay off the balance. There's no interest, there's nothing like that. It's just to help you get the material you need when you need it at a great cost. So this is my tip, my video on how to clean a Titan 440 Airless paint sprayer. This is the very first video. You're witnessing the beginning of hopefully a new era for in-style painting and for Sam, the Kansas City painter. Don't forget to like my videos, share my videos as much as you can, and subscribe to my channel. And the more support I get and the bigger this gets, the more videos I'm going to do on every aspect, from exterior painting to interior painting, painting walls, painting trim, how to cut it, how to roll, how to spray, how to prep, how to tape, mask machines, what kind of tape, what kind of material I use, how in-style painting does their job. We always do it the best way, and like I said, we've learned a lot of tips from the Idaho painter, so go check out his YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos to come. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Alright, I appreciate it. You guys take care.